Hey guys, Kim here. So today I'm going to show you how to make one of my all-time favorite cookies, and that is the peanut butter blossom. But of course I'm going to do a little recipe makeover, make them a little healthier, a little less guilt, and they're still going to taste delicious. So I'm basically going to use my soft chocolate chip cookie recipe, aka Kim Helchi cookies, and just tweak a couple things and just show you that you can really make lots of different cookies using that base recipe. So first thing you're going to need, of course, is protein powder. I'm using the Quest Vanilla Milkshake. This stuff bakes amazingly. If you happen to have the peanut butter flavor, that would be even better for this. Or if you want to try another brand or another flavor, you could do chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon, whatever for your base flavor. You're also going to need my two favorite baking ingredients, canned pumpkin and canned white beans. They can be any kind of bean. Chickpea, garbanzo beans, Great Northern beans, navy beans. I usually use the Great Northern because I think they blend the best and work the best, but they all work. I've tried them all. You're also going to need egg substitute or whole eggs or real egg whites, whatever you like. PB2. Now you can also use regular peanut butter. We're only using about a tablespoon, so it's really not that crucial. And if you are using like a peanut butter flavored protein powder, you could even just leave this out. And even if you're not using the peanut butter flavored, if you just want to make a vanilla cookie and not have it be a peanut butter blossom, it can be a vanilla blossom or a chocolate blossom. So this is kind of optional. You're also going to need some vanilla, some baking powder, and of course the most important ingredient. It would not be a true peanut butter blossom without some Hershey Kisses. So this is where I'm really not going to swap anything. I'm not going to try to make healthier chocolate. We're going to use good old-fashioned Hershey Kisses. What you need to do, I shouldn't even have to say this anymore, but you need to drain and rinse your beans. Get all the liquid out of there. If you are using the chickpeas, a lot of times they'll have like a little shell on them. Don't worry about peeling those. I know I've had some people comment about having to peel all those shells off. Do not waste your time. Just throw them in the blender, shells and all. Trust me, it'll be fine. So into our blender cup or food processor, whatever you're using, you're going to do your beans, egg, vanilla, and pumpkin. Now, depending on the bean you use, you might need to add a little bit more liquid. The chickpeas are a little bit harder and sometimes need more liquid to blend. So you could just add a little bit more egg or even just a little bit of milk. Works just fine. I'll blend it up. Here is what it should look like. Yes, it is going to be a little bit orange from the pumpkin, but that's okay. I'm just going to deal with it. We're now going to add our baking powder, and I am adding 3 sweeteners. You might want to add a little bit more. I suggest using at least a little bit, but usually I use like 3 to 5. And then we're going to add the protein powder and PB2. Now, total, I'm using 30 grams, so about 25 grams of protein powder and about 6 grams of the PB2. It's actually 31 grams if you're good at math. But you can definitely just use 30 grams of protein powder, leave out the PB2 if you're not worried about the peanut butter flavor. Or like I said, if you have a peanut butter protein powder, just go ahead and use that. So you can kind of make it fit your needs and what ingredients you have. If you are using regular peanut butter, I suggest maybe microwaving it for a couple seconds first so it blends a little bit easier. But we just got that all mixed up. So you will notice now that it is nice and thick. It is super sticky, so I highly recommend using parchment paper or a baking mat, just like I have here. So we're going to go ahead and just do like drop cookies. Okay, so once you have them all there, I usually kind of slam the pan down a couple times to get them to flatten out a little bit so they bake more evenly. And then just go ahead and put them into the oven for about 8 to 12 minutes. I usually do about 10, but keep a close eye on them the first time you bake them, because if they overbake, they will dry out. So just came out of the oven, and this part is crucial. You have to have your Hershey Kisses already unwrapped, and just go ahead and push them into the center while the cookies are still nice and warm. Alright, so here's what the finished product looks like. I would say they look just like the classic peanut butter blossom. You have that peanut butter flavor, the Hershey Kiss chocolate center, and in my opinion, you really can't go wrong with peanut butter and chocolate combination. It's delicious. And I'll flash the macros across the screen. Keep in mind that is for the entire dozen, including Hershey Kisses for all 12 cookies. So you can eat the whole batch and feel pretty good about yourself. So I always say I love having cookies for breakfast. These are perfect for that. A great holiday cookie or anytime cookie, and you can really get creative once again. So use chocolate protein powder and the cookies and cream Hershey Kisses, or whatever other crazy flavors you can come up with. So give them a try, let me know what you think, and as always guys, thanks for watching.